What is going on, everybody? Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks. It's time for another Prize Wall Eval. So very quickly, let's touch base on the feud champion Prize Wall. If you got 10 million war score in each of the feuds, you got one premium Prize Wall medallion that you could see they are selling right here. Limit 3 for $20 a piece. This is one medallion, as you can tell. And there are only a couple of things on this prize wall, but boy, are they really good. As you can see, I've already went ahead and purchased one of them. That was actually during my podcast, which if you haven't seen yet, make sure to keep an eye out for it on YouTube. It should be getting uploaded any day now. But I will go ahead and spill the beans and let you know I got 300 Ilia shards, and I also got the Leech Anniversary skill plate. So for 1 token, you get a 6-star gold chest, limit 3. For 4 tokens, you can get the champion chest, or if you want a 2-get, for 5 tokens, you can get a 150% gem damage strap. As you can tell, I decided against spending the $20 for this strap. I felt like this champion chest was good enough without it. I didn't really feel the need to get a 150 random. Now, in this champion chest, there are 300 shards of plenty of S+ tier characters, as you can see here. You are guaranteed 1 set of shards, and you are guaranteed 1 skill plate. Skill plates are pretty darn solid, including the Devil's Drip, the Piper's Power, the Hitman Armor, Eyes of Judgment, Lion's Gaze, any of the 8th anniversary skill plates that have come out. There's also a Tiffy Time plate down here too. So pretty darn solid. I would suggest if you got your 10 mil in each of the war scores, definitely get this champion chest. If you were short, I'm not going to tell you that you should or should not spend. That's never my, suggestion point. But I would tell you to think about it, especially if you're close to a bunch of these S+ tier characters, or if you were looking to pick up one of these skill plates for $20 compared to what they were selling for during their initial week. That's not too bad. So that's it for the champion prize wall. Now we're moving on down to the Elimination Chamber Prize Wall itself. So there's a lot of skill plates on the wall this time around. We have a Yeet again. We have a Devil's Drip again. The Time to Get Radical skill plate is back. Down the Rabbit Hole, the Devon Specs, the Dead Man Sigil. Lots of skill plates to go around. I like the Yeet plate. I like the Devil's Drip plate. They are just way too expensive for me to go in on getting one of them at this point for me. Because I already have a couple of each. If you have enough prize wall and are debating out there of maybe I get it, maybe I don't, I can see going for the Yeet because it is a darn good skill plate, or getting a Devil's Drip if you already have an extra Yeet, because the combo of the two of them is fantastic. Time to Get Radical plate isn't worth this even remotely. There is also a La Familia plate down here for 2. There are 150% gem damage straps for all of the characters that were released this month. So Liv Morgan is 30, Seth is 30, Asuka's 30, Cena is 40, and Sammy is 40, and they came out with a 150% move damage for Cena as well for 40. So always think about which straps you might need. If you don't have them, maybe they're worth it. Mainly this time around because they are the 150 guarantees. The one thing that I've always said is I'm not really a fan of character-specific straps because it's only good for that character, and the second that you stop using that character, it just falls off. So if you're debating between this and maybe a Yeet plate, probably get the Yeet plate because you'll probably be using that for a lot longer than you will one of these straps. That's just my take, obviously. And then we get down to the shards. Some really, really, really good shards available this time around. Limit 2 on all these on the screen right now. 2 sets of Abby shards for 14 apiece, which is 200 shards across the board. Again, 200 shards. So 14 and 14 for Abby, 22 and 22 for Howdy, 22 and 22 for Yeet, 11 and 11 for Nia Jax. So some really good shards for some good characters. They are decent prize wall amounts, but they are decent shards. The one that kind of throws me off is this Jade Cargill one. 33 is just so weird. I mean, look, if she's a CSS, sure, I get it. But there's definitely some better showboats out there than Jade. Not saying she's bad, not by any stretch of the imagination. She's just not the tippy top of the mountain, right? She's good, and she's definitely strong. For me personally, I can't remember the last time that I used her. I would rather just not use a showboat female in that case. Jacob Fatu getting 200 shards for 8 Prize Wall medallions is a steal if you don't have him already, so definitely not a bad shout there. We also have more shards down here, another limit to across the board, and 100 shards of each of them. So 200 Rex shards, Muscle Man shards, Trickster Solo, Maxine Dupree, JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov. Like, these are all great characters, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you which shards to get over somebody else, because I don't know what your shard count is, and I don't know if you're in need of a Trickster or a Tech or a Modern Showboat female or something like that. You know, like, I don't know everyone's roster in and out, and I'm not going to sit here and speculate, but I will tell you that a lot of these shards for these amounts, this is a darn good prize wall for closing in on shards of characters that you do not have as of yet. There is also the 100% gem damage and move damage straps for a random class or era. These are only 10. If you're short on some straps across the board, getting these are not harmful. I was looking at possibly getting some of these move damage ones, but we'll see about that because I'm kind of leaning towards getting these sets of Naya shards as well, just to say that I have them. I'm not really sure what else I'm going to do personally, but time will tell. There's also the token bundles. It's not a bundle. It's just a singular token. So 6-star gold tokens for each class. And then we have some tier 5 medals down here, which, like, no. Just no. Especially that we've moved into tier 6. The idea that they're selling these tier 5 medals for this many prize wall. Would you rather have some tier 5 medals, or would you rather recruit Jacob Fatu? Right? Like, it's just silly. So yeah, no on the tier 5 medals. This is all cleanup crew stuff, right? Whatever you're missing, by all means, fill in the blanks for your account. I don't think the tokens are really worth it. Strap parts at this point seem very nominal compared to what we've been receiving. Coins is fine for a cleanup crew item. Moment coins are fine if you're still pushing moments. But this prize wall, to me, it's got some real big hitters, right? Big hitters are the Yeet plate, the Devil's Drip plate, any of these 150 straps for the specific characters, any of the shards that you're missing for the characters, right? Those are your big hitters, and then the remaining, right, can go to the straps. But to look at this wall and be like, yeah, I want some tier 5 medals, or I want some strap parts, like, no, I would not suggest that. That's the honest truth. But that's going to be it for the Prize Wall Eval. As I'm scrolling through this, I'm thinking to myself, I already have a strap for Liv that's very strong, a strap for Seth that's very strong, even though I probably won't ever use him over Leonardo. I have Asuka's 150 strap for her as is, and I have a great strap for Sammy as well. So the only thing I'm really looking at here is a strap for Cena, which I might go ahead and hit the Ruby market for a couple of more Prize Wall medallions. For those of you that don't know, the Ruby market is still live as of the time of this recording for, another 16 hours, give or take. And there are Prize Wall medallions in the 3rd milestone, which is only 4,900 experience. The 4th milestone is 6,100 experience. The 6th milestone is 17,000 experience. And then, of course, after that, there's also a lot more Prize Wall in the final 3 milestones, but that's another 18 more Prize Wall medallions. So depending on what it is that you're looking for, if you have a little bit of rubies laying around, maybe not a horrible idea to go ahead and spend a little bit of rubies to pick up a couple more Prize Wall if you're trying to close in on something specific. For me, I will tell you that I am 1,000% picking up these Nia Jax shards. I don't have her. I would like to get some more shards of her. And the closer that I get obviously the better. This is just, practicing what I preach, right? Telling you that if you don't have the character, then you might as well get shards of the character, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing here. If this was limit 5 or even limit 6, then yeah, I probably would have went ahead and cleaned out the ruby market and just picked up all these shards possible, just because any bit closer is better than nothing. But that's going to be it for me and my prize wall choices. I'm still going to debate on what I want to do with the remaining prize wall that I have. Maybe I do go for a Hip Hop Hustler strap, even though I don't have him, just so that when I get him, which I'm assuming he'll be on the club store, and that's probably where I'm going to recruit him from, that I could have something ready for him. But he also seems so strong that I don't know if it's worth it. So I'm kind of, bouncing back and forth between my thoughts on how I want to handle that, and maybe I decide against it and I'll just go ahead and get some of those move damage straps that are 100% anyway, but that's neither here nor there. That's not what y'all came here for. Y'all came here for the eval, and the eval is done. So if you liked the video, make sure to like the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure to click that subscribe button. Share with your friends out there who are debating on what they want to get. If they want to chase a little bit of extra prize wall out of the flash market, and leave some comments below in regards to what you got. Did you think that it was a good prize wall? Am I just hyping it up too much because it has really good characters on there and shards that you could close in on? Or do you already have all these things and a yeet plate and you just don't care? Leave some comments below in regards to that as well. But enough of my rabbling and rambling. Until next time, everybody, have a good one.